Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Saturday Night News. I am your host, Man Has No Nickname, covering for Echo Ninja and Crimson Adams, and we're going to get into something a little interesting today. So, you know me, I do not shy away from the outlandish, obscure horror films. So we're going to be taking a look into Glorious. Now, this movie caught my attention simply because it had a character that I liked, well, an actor that I liked from True Blood. His name is Ryan. Not gonna pronounce his last name, not gonna butcher it. But he played Suki's brother in True Blood. So apparently he goes to this breakup and ends up at this remote rest stop. And at this rest stop, he ends up locked inside of it with some random being that's behind one of the bathroom stalls. Uh, that being is voiced by J.K. Simmons, and again, just interesting overall. Apparently he has to do a specific task in order for him to save humanity, and he's unable to leave the bathroom until he's able to do this. uh, and then hilarity and horror and blood and guts ensue during this film. So it's not long, it's probably about an hour or so long, so let's jump right in it. I mean, clearly it's broken.
Some
So
things may seem broken, but it you.
how that was perfect timing.
Thanks. I. Oh, you little fuck!
And your phone dies. And it throws the phone. Why? A whole glory hole.
Is that all?
No way. What the fuck? He's outside?
I told you not to look in the stall.
What the fuck?
Help me! Help!
Is that?
God damn it! Careful.
Really?
That's how it
Escaping? Nah, he's gonna end up right in the same spot.
begins. That feeling is what has been pulling you and I towards one another. A force greater than gravity has merged us into one synchronistic orbit.
That's sick.
Our planes have
And it's closed? What the fuck? Oh shit.
this power district. Unbelievable. This power.
Nah, that's comedy.
Let me the fuck out of here! Wes, step into the stall.
What the
I'll
fuck?
take care of everything.
God.
Yes.
What the raining blood? Oh, what the fuck? That's so sick. What the fuck was that? Oh, this nigga's hard. Yo, what the fuck, yo? Nah, this movie's crazy.
Specifically, what do I need to do to end this fucking nightmare?
You need to satisfy my physical form. I believe in you, Wes. I believe you can rise to the occasion. What the hell is that?
What? Well, I thought.
You thought your human penis was going to save the universe?
No way.
How, God? How do you expect me to give you my liver? It is inside me.
This sacrifice must be given to me by you, willingly. It's on the other side, Wes.
Oh. Shit. All right. So that was glorious. I'm still trying to let it wrap around my head. I didn't expect that. And that's the beauty of watching movies like this. So he basically was thinking about some crazy shit that he did, and you're considering it a relationship gone awry. Um but it looks like he was abusive to women. He stalked women, and this being or God was basically trying to take him out of the equation. And we we're thinking the entire time that the glory hole has to be used as a sexual purpose, obviously. All for him to just actually use it and him tell him, no, that's not what I want. He sacrificed himself for the greater good, but it was really him sacrificing himself because he knew that he shouldn't basically live with himself anymore after all the fucked up things he's done. And they don't really go deep into it, but I mean, from the glimpses of what you see and what's going on, you didn't know what was going on with the relationship up until he cut himself open. And it shows him, basically, it looks like he killed his girlfriend. Man, it really became something super thought provoking at the very end, and he was basically content with himself, and he was happy that he was gone. You know, and you got to really think about things like that. It's crazy. We live in a world where there's so many things that go on, and you know, damn, it's just really hard to think about something like that. To think of a horror movie to do something like that or trigger your emotions as this just did, and for it to only have maybe about what, an hour and 10 minutes of runtime. Pretty solid film. I wouldn't call it a short film. It is kind of short. It's only an hour and 10 minutes, an hour 15 max. But man, it was a lot. It was a lot to sink in, and I may have to watch this again. But just man, um, J.K. Simmons always has an amazing voice, and just to hear him, talk and be as soothing as he is as a god or demigod, and him trying to persuade Wes into sacrificing a part of himself for the greater good, for someone that he loves, for someone that he cherishes, is something that we all would want to think about. Are we willing to sacrifice ourselves or something of ours to let everyone live at peace, or those around you live at peace? um I didn't think of this taking the turn that it did. It had its funny moments. It had its dark moments. Wes trying to see what the god looks like, ultimately getting put in a trance and being hurt in the process. Him trying to escape only to find out that he's still in the same place that he never left. I mean, it's those subtle things that we get from a lot of horror movies that I think plays very well. Because I already knew what was coming. He opened up the vent, got into the vent, but we all knew he was gonna pop right back inside the same room. That was definitely gonna happen. The inspector coming in to check out the place, hearing him, and then getting torn to shreds and spread all over the bathroom walls was intense. I didn't expect that either. But it felt like it was something that was all in Wes's mind, because after everything was said and done, everything was gone. The building structure was falling apart. It was all together. The blood on the walls, the blood on the floor, the pool of blood on the floor, gone mysteriously. And the only blood that was there was that of Wes's, because he was just bleeding out with him missing a liver. Man, I don't know. I mean, let's see here. If I had to give this a rating, definitely an unexpected turn. Definitely something that I didn't see happening at all. And it had very high moments. I felt on the edge of my seat most of the time. Um and I felt myself intrigued into the story too. the story was fantastic, and I mean, it could have been a little better, but for the most part, it did what it needed to do. It got its point across, and again, just that ending was very, very thought provoking. I felt myself just questioning, shit I do in my life, you know. Um, if I'm gonna score this out of a 10, I'd probably give it a 7. It's definitely watchable, definitely enjoyable, definitely again has his moments. Um, do I think it should have been more? Possibly, but I think this gives us enough, especially if you're just in one room, kind of like the very first Saw. The very first Saw, it was just two dudes in a room. They had moments where it showed other things, but it was two dudes in a room for the most part, and that basically told the story, got the point across, and then you figure out whatever you figure out at the end. So you tell me. But I think I'm gonna score this a 7 out of a 10. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend for people to watch it. If you have Shudder, definitely check it out. If you have any other means of watching your movies, I don't know, you guys, go ahead and watch it. But yeah, this has been Man Has No Nickname, and I'm signing out from Saturday Night Nightmares. And go check out Glorious. Have a good night.